Hi, I'm back. I look like crap. I'm sorry. I have pneumonia and I'm dying. But it's okay. I'm still trucking along. So, I'm good. But anyways, that's besides the point. Let me see. Okay, my last video that I posted, I had just gotten to AIT. I hated my life. I didn't have any of my friends there with me. It was all new people. But I just want to start the video off by saying, like, AIT changed. It was really fun. I enjoyed myself and I'm happy. Best decision I've ever made. But anyways, okay. Uh, basic. I think I explained about basic in the last video. If you have any more questions, you can go ahead and write me an email on this, and then I'll try to answer back. Well, I will. I'll probably answer back eventually. Hopefully before you ship, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, first 2 weeks you're on lockdown. As a 68 whiskey, you're only allowed to be like on your area, like your company area, and that's it. Um, if you're an Echo Company 232, you will be in the old barracks. You will be the only company out of all the other companies that is in barracks. All the other ones have moved into two-man dorms, and they are nice, from what I hear. I don't know. I had to be in a dorm, and then towards the end of the cycle, I ended up getting moved into a bay, and I had to live with 50-something other females, and it wasn't that big of a deal, but I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not there anymore. I got through it. Okay, so the first 7 or 8 weeks, you're doing all National Registry, EMT basic stuff. That's like your civilian sector side, and you kind of learn how to do that's like your foundation, I guess, your first your first contact with like medical stuff. So like they teach you a lot of crap. And then you go ahead and take your National Registry, and oh, also after the first like 2 weeks for my company, anyways, as long as you passed your PT test and you had the good enough grades, which was like a 75.1 or something like that, you could have phase 5 privileges, and that means like you had your civilian clothes in. After POI time, you could change, and on the weekends you could go out and have fun. So just do your work and do good with your PT, and you'll be fine. Okay, so like it's all EMT stuff, and then after you pass your NREMT, you move on to whiskey phase. That's like the more combat medic side of things. It's fun. It's like way better because like in EMT, you're only in a classroom from like 8 to 5. It's like, and it's hard to stay awake, but I mean it's your PowerPoints. You have to like keep yourself awake and just remind yourself that it's information that's pertaining to your job. It's your job. You got to go out and learn it so that you could do your job. You need to pay attention in whiskey phase. That's where you need to really pay attention. The EMT stuff is just going to help you kind of understand a little bit more on the whiskey side. But anyways, okay, let me see. Okay, whiskey, you go ahead and get there, and like the first 2 weeks is all sick call stuff, like how to run a sick call station and stuff, and it's really boring. It's like more PowerPoints and stuff, but it is what it is. That's about 90% of your job if you're a 68 whiskey, is a sick call. So you gotta learn how to do it and do a good job. After that, you go ahead and move on to going down the hill, and that's where you get to practice your combat casualty or your trauma assessment, and you learn how to do your job. So please pay attention and realize that these are all things that you're going to be doing when you deploy, and somebody's life is literally going to depend in some situations, because there's some casualties, they're going to die no matter what you do. Like that's the number one thing they told us. There was if somebody's going to die, they're going to die, and like you could use all of your resources on them and do everything that you can and do everything perfect. But there's just some people that aren't going to make it, and you have to come to terms with that. But you need to learn your stuff so that you can buy that time, because that's what we do as medics. We buy time. We don't necessarily save anyone's life. We really buy people more time so that the docs and the PAs at the hospital, after the casualty gets lifted out and stuff, they have something to work with. So you really need to pay attention. Like there was people that would fall asleep and stuff, and I just couldn't understand why when somebody's family member, somebody's son, daughter, mom, dad, sister, brother, like it's somebody's family member you're really gonna be in charge of, and it's like you have to pay attention. But anyways, enough about that rant. Pay attention. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so you go on to whiskey training, and then after that, you do your skills validations. Like you learn how to go ahead and pack wounds, start IV lines. What else did we have to do? Do an IO. You don't do the IO like it's like a intraosseous. It's like a circle like that, and it has a bunch of needles, and then there's a big needle in the middle, and that one goes straight in right here. So like you learn how to do that, but you don't do it on each other, so don't worry. Trying to think what else I gotta do. You learn how to do tourniquets, which is not that hard, but you have to do it within like 60 seconds or something like that. It's not hard. You should be able to move quickly. When somebody's bleeding out, they're bleeding out, so you need to know how to do it really fast. Let me think. Like I said, wound packing, stuff like that. Okay, so you like qualify, like, or you validate with your skills. And you take all your tests and stuff, and then you do your trauma assessment. That should be just like muscle memory. Like by the end of it, towards the end of whiskey and stuff, it should just be a very systematic, fluid approach and go from step one to the very last step to packaging them up and getting them ready to go, on the FLA or on the bird or whatever, whatever is taking your casualty away. But yeah, so whiskey's really fun. And then after that, you go to FTX. FTX is awesome. I loved FTX. It's nothing like the one at basic training. Basic training sucked. The FTX that you do over at Fort Sam Houston, you go to Camp Bullis, and it ranges anywhere from, like, some companies do like as little as 9 days and some do as many as 14. We did an 11-day one because we had Memorial Day cut into ours, so we got to skip out on one day, so it was good. But I loved FTX. You do, like, the first week is like the walk or the crawl walk phase. Like they show you how to do things. Like you learn how to do patrol and how to do casualty care on patrol. That day sucks. It's horrible. I hated patrol. And it's humid. It's nasty. It's hot. You have we had all our battle rattle on, and it sucks. It sucks really bad, but it is what it is. You just embrace the suck and just know that it's going to be over soon because you're in FTX, so that means you're going to graduate as long as you don't mess up. But anyway, so patrol sucks, and then mount sucks. Mount is like where you do room clearing, and then you clear casualties, and then you extract them out of the building, and then you start doing your casualty assessment. And then we had convoy. And the convoy was fun. Like, you go on the Humvees, try to get a gunner spot. I didn't get it. It looked really fun. I would have loved to have the wind blowing through my hair that was up in a bun. But anyways, a convoy was fun. And then you do battalion aid station. And that basically is like downrange, it's like an echelon of care. That's like where we receive casualties from, like, the battlefield. And you learn how to do that or whatever. And then, what else do we have to do? I feel like I'm missing something. No, that was it, I think. Yeah, because then, okay, so that's like your crawl walk phase. Like in the mornings, you go ahead and they show you kind of what they want you to do. And then in the afternoons, after lunch, you execute. And then you do like so many iterations of whatever they want you to do. And then after that, you go to run, like the run week. And then, between crawl, walk, and run week, they have like a Seaburn day, like a Seaburny day where they teach you how to do like clear. I don't remember. It was like if a Seaburn attack were to happen, they teach you how to do your casualty assessment in a Seaburn situation. That means chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear exposure. So that's I think that's what it means. I don't know. I think. It doesn't happen very often, so. Anyways, so you learn how to do that, and then you move on to run week. Run week, it just, the way it works out, it's like you do it depends on what platoon you're in, and then I was in 1st platoon, so we did it in a pretty good order. We did patrol Monday, mount Tuesday, so the 2 hardest days were done. And then after Mount, we did night ops, and you do the battalion age station with like like simulators going off and stuff, and you have to go and there's the three areas, like your triage area, and then the actual aid station, and then evacuation and stuff. So you do your iterations and stuff. For everywhere from like going and grabbing the casualty off of the X and then dragging them back, or like carrying them on the litters back, to getting them into the battalion aid station, providing care, and then taking them out to evac and determining priority, and then getting them out. So it was really fun. I was really tired like when we very first started, but like after you get your adrenaline pumping and stuff, it goes by really fast. And then the next day after your night ops, you spend doing moulage, so you just play casualty all day. And like you won't be able to see, but my arms look like push pin, like little pin cushions. You're a casualty the whole day, and it sucks because like it hits you out of nowhere. You're really tired, but you can't sleep like at all. Like you could try to catch a nap, but it's not easy. And then after that, we did battalion aid station, and then you do your trauma lanes. After you do your trauma lanes, because out of FTX, that's really all that you're there to do is your trauma lanes. That's like your proving ground. That's like showing like your NCO's like, yeah, I can do my job. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my trauma assessment. They give you an injury, like a major injury and a minor injury, and then you perform your care. But anyways, it was really fun. And then that last week is all out processing, and it's awesome. I had a lot of fun. A lot of people that I didn't like in basic, because like when you're in basic, you're like frustrated and you stink and you hate your life and you want to go home and you're still in this transition stuff. Well, at least like it was for like a lot of the females that I know. A lot of the males had fun, and it was a joke for them because it was like they were already really physically fit and stuff. So as long as you're physically fit, basic training should be a breeze. My husband's in basic right now, and I just talked to him earlier today, and he made PG, and he's doing really, really good. He runs Alpha Train. I really hope our kids end up taking after him, like at the physical area, because he's very athletic, and I suck at athletic stuff. Like I'm not. I've improved a lot, but I'm nothing compared to like my husband. My husband's he's shit. But anyways, I'm not trying to toot his horn, but beat. But it's really easy for him. But what I'm trying to get at is like you hate people sometimes in basic because it's like they're irritating and you're frustrated and you're always getting smoked for stupid stuff. But then you get to AIT and they start treating you like your NCOs treat you like a human being. And then you see how it's supposed to be in like your real unit and stuff. I mean, I don't know how it's going to be in my real unit because I'm not there yet. But I don't know. I know I'm going to love the real army because I have fun in AIT. We got to go out all the time on the weekends and like, let me see what else. You meet really cool people. People you didn't go to basic with. Like I didn't go to basic with hardly any of them. I had like 2 females from my platoon that ended up shipping with me to AIT, and I met like all new people and stuff, and I had my new friends, and I made friends, like really good friends with some of the guys. Like one of my very, very best friends. Very, very best friends. This dude's gonna be my maid of honor at my wedding. I hated him in basic and I wanted to kill him, but like he's my buddy now. Like I don't know what I would do without him. Like he helped me through a lot in AIT, emotionally, and he helped me. Like he helped me a lot, and I'm really grateful that I have him in my life now. We go together like peas and carrots. But anyways, like you meet some really awesome people. You go and have really good life experiences that I can't talk about because it's like YouTube and I'm not going to spread my business like that, but it was fun and I loved it and I would never take it back for the world. Like I would never take my experience back. I am happy to say I'm living with no regrets, and I'll just leave it at that. I had fun, and that's about it. My friend Shane Cooper, she is also on YouTube. I missed her, and it was heartbreaking not having her there with me because that girl has heart, and she deserved to be there a lot more than some of the people that were there. And she's going to get there, though. She's going to get there because she has heart, and she's determined, and God has something planned for her. And, it'll be fine. By the time she ends up shipping, if all goes well and stuff, she should be there with my husband. So they'll be little best friends. Keep an eye on him. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, this is a really long video. I'm done talking. Send me any questions that you have. Bye!